Hello everybody, welcome back to Sonic the Hedgehog, Legacy of Solaris. I am CD Games. Today we're going to be trying to finish most of the game at least. So we did Sonic Story, we did Shadow Story. Now it's time for probably the actual story that's going to take us the least amount of time.
This world was devastated before I was born. A harsh, bleak place where we live in eternal darkness. Life is a struggle, and people live without hope. How did this happen? No one will answer me directly, but they always point to the flames.
Why can't the actual game be like this?
Burn away at my world, destroying everything in their path. They come from an eternal life form that we cannot truly defeat. The flames of disaster, known as Iblis.
Silver!
Blaze, what's wrong?
He's appeared again!
Again, why can't the actual game be like that? Alright, so now we go into Crisis City. I decided not to bother with the mods this time. Just, like, it was not gonna work well, I could already tell. So, usually in the actual game, Silver's a lot slower, but with the Legacy of Solaris, he's significantly faster. Also, picking up stuff doesn't appear to drain your meter, but I think it's supposed to, and I don't know why they would take that out. And aside from that, he has a significantly different playstyle from the other two. So rather than jumping and like fighting people directly, he just picks up things and then throws it at them using what is called his psychokinesis, which is kind of a lazy name. Oh my god, get rid of everything. And also he can levitate, which is usually slow as hell, but again with this mod it's a lot more viable. I could probably just float right to the end of the level if I wanted to. He can also stand on top of things and pick it up, as you just saw me do. There is a glitch, but I'm not gonna try to attempt it, where like if you catch something just before landing on it, then you go like flying all over the place. But I don't know how to control that very well, so I'm just not gonna bother.
I can wipe them out if I hit that pipe right.
That's not a thing you want to be saying when your head looks like a pot leaf, but whatever. Yeah, so with Silver, rather than fighting normally, can I do this yet? No, I can't. I tried to do a thing, I guess. It's one of the unlockables. But yeah, so he doesn't fight his enemies directly. He picks things up with his mind and then throws it at them. But you can also like, but then you can also just flat out smack them, and which paralyzes them, and then you can pick them up like this. And then you can throw them at the enemies. And basically, that's just the gameplay of Silver. I just skipped quite a bit by doing that. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be able to go here. I don't think so. I'm supposed to go over here. This is not the way I'm supposed to do it. I just thought I could cheese the game a little bit. Even though I'm pretty sure it would have been faster to do it normally anyways.
The building's knocked over.
This is correct. The building is indeed knocked over. Okay. Come on. There we go.
I can wipe them out if I hit that.
You know, let's actually try to do that. Well, I didn't hit it right, but, you know, I hit it. Okay, there we go. I found some cheese strats. Okay, you are supposed to go over here. I just tried to cheese the game a lot more than I was supposed to. Okay, so now I go here, and then this thing will just launch me over to where I was trying to get to before. So yeah, similar to with Omega, if you... Well, actually, I guess it's more similar to the shield with Elise. If you mash the button, your bar drains much more... Like, it'll drain nowhere near as quickly as it usually does. So you can just... I'll show it off like when it actually becomes useful, which it might be here, but no, this is too vertical. Oh, I almost fell there. Yeah, this is the thing. The physics in this game still aren't the greatest. It doesn't help that that Sonic team tried to do something that they weren't familiar with. Also, it seems that Silver's gonna have the same problem as Shadow, because I almost didn't make that automated jump. Okay, so I remember mentioning this in Shadow's story. So you can still get over to this rail. You're not supposed to. Okay, well, not the way that I just did. But you are still able to land on it and then take it. Like, all that stuff is still there. However, it doesn't take you anywhere. I'm actually not even sure if you can land on it or if I'm just remembering that it could, even though Oh, whatever. Just a boost pad to spotting in midair. Oh well. So, okay, so now we're playing with a character that's a little more familiar. So Blaze pretty much controls as a she's not really like Shadow, but she's like she's still a slower version of Sonic. Oh crap. Oh. I didn't think that was solid. I was like, I should have jumped there, but apparently it doesn't matter. So yeah, she has this like spin kick attack. So if you jump and then hit X, it's like the homing attack. Or you can like use it to just fling yourself across the map. Or you could press the A button twice, do a double jump, and then you also get this like fire spin attack. This. You're not supposed to be able to take damage while doing it, but apparently I could. I'm just gonna point out that I did not hit half those springs that said I hit, but then the boost pad, which was probably the most crucial part of that, is the one that I actually miss. Okay, so yeah, there's also a mod that changes up her moveset, which I was tempted to get before this, but the move that it gives you seemed significantly more underwhelming. I want that one up. It seemed more underwhelming than what she is given by default, so I just decided not to. Demon spawn. I'm still not sure what to call those things. I remember I actually looked it up like in editing one of these videos, and I found their name, but then it escaped me before I recorded the Shadow video actually. So now we're back to playing Silver. So back to more broken gameplay, and now that I've shown off all they could do, I'm just gonna use it to break the game as much as possible. So just gonna casually fly over all this. I think he also has the highest jump out of all of them. I can also just skip that whole thing right there. Let's do this quick. Yeah, sure. I can agree with that. I think I'm near the end of the stage, actually. Can I just knock this down with my hands? No. Oh, well. Yeah, rather than fighting you all, I'm just going to go for the goal ring. The levitate is not supposed to be that fast. That's just how... I think it's Red Hot Sonic that made the mod? I don't remember. The Lost Legacy team. That's just how fast they decided to make it. Alright, so next should be... Oh, yep. So this is Iblis's first form. If you remember back when I made Sonic's video, I commented on how it didn't make sense that was his second form when this is his first. Which is significantly bigger than the second. And it's also seemingly stronger considering what he does during the boss fight. I still find it weird that it fades to purple whenever it leaves a cutscene. Like, I also played through this game on the DirectX emulator, just on my own. I think I mentioned that before. But that didn't really work all that well, like at all. Like, it was before I installed the patch for shadows, so shadows were just all over the place, so I couldn't tell where I was landing. Not that I can tell where I'm landing now, because now I just have no shadows. But at the same time, sometimes objects just didn't render properly. So this is what I'm talking about with like, there's no way that this form is weaker than his second one. He's picking up a freaking building and dropping it on your head. I'm also just gonna point out, it said to aim for the head. I don't really have a choice in the matter. It just kind of, like, anything I throw just kind of goes wherever the hell it wants. And I think I'm out of projectiles now. Oh, no, I got this. There we go. There might be more over here. No, it doesn't appear so. No, I gotta wait for him to drop another building, apparently. Where's he picking that up from, anyways? I'd never questioned that before. I also can't tell where he's gonna drop it, because the shadow is supposed to spawn where it's gonna go, which helps you try to avoid it. But now there's no shadow. So, not that it matters too much, because like, you could also just tell by like where he's facing and just go to the other side, which is very easy to do with this mod, considering how much faster you move with it. But okay, now he's gonna send a bunch of exploding rocks. Anyways, yeah. So like, why is this the first form, but the other one was the second? I guess canonically, like, yeah, you do fight that other form after this fight happens. I just don't think it lines up. Also, him breaking the building gives me more projectiles as well, not just the meteor flare attack. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that all at once. There we go. Oh, there's another one. Just gotta wait for him to stop being affected by recoil. Actually, I just realized something else. So the armored head, the place where he had the most protection, that was his weak point. That confuses me greatly. Grab the ring. There we go. Come on, grab the ring. It's so hard to tell where you are on the ground without the shadows. Or, like, where you are in the air, I mean. Like, the game doesn't really give you a good perception of depth. Oh, geez, he's turning fast. I don't even know if I'm avoiding this. Oh, yes, I am. But I don't think I avoided it by much. There we go. Okay, first boss fight dead. This is going much better than Shadow's story, where I was like an hour in at this point and I was just finishing the first level. Now I'm 15 minutes in and I'm just finishing the first level. This is going a lot better. I also think I got that sweet S rank. Okay, I got an S rank, but not a sweet one.
Perfect.
Sure, let's go with that, Silver. And also, just like before, for the sake of time, I'm gonna be skipping duplicate cutscenes. Because it's stuff that we've already seen. So we have a few more of those now, obviously, because we
Looks
saw...
like we stopped it for now.
Because we've seen both.
But it'll just rise up from its ashes again. What's the point of all this? It'll never end.
Calm down, Silver.
Then tell me what we should do. How can we completely destroy Iblis?
By knowing the truth, of course.
I just realized Mephiles is voiced by Dan Green.
Just as a flower comes from a seed, or a chicken comes from an egg, everything has an origin. You need to find the being originally responsible for this catastrophe.
Is that really the answer to our problem?
That's your question? Now who the hell are you?
Tell me, do you know who it is?
Does this seem like the kind of person that you would trust? I don't know about you, but that's not the kind of person I would trust. So, like, this is like the kind of duplicate... Actually,
timeline, you need to change the past.
nah, I won't skip this because we haven't quite gotten to the...
That's impossible!
We don't start at the part where it overlaps.
You can. Because I have the power to travel through time.
No way!
In order to change the past, you must eliminate the individual who has awakened Iblis. The Iblis trigger.
I almost just skipped that accidentally. I just bumped my thumb against the button.
That guy, will our world be saved?
The day of disaster. Here are my records of this event. This was when Iblis was freed, and his flames were released into the world.
I believe this is where the cutscene for Sonic started, but just because we're already partway through, I might as well just
And
keep
you
it up.
have this person to blame.
But from here on out, every cutscene that is a duplicate will be like a complete duplicate.
I see it! So that blue hedgehog's the Iblis trigger?
Blue Hedgehog.
I'll send us back in time to the point when the Iblis trigger was alive.
I'm just gonna point out, I'm pretty sure that's the only indication that we get throughout this entire thing that Blaze actually suggests that she knows Sonic. Actually, no, there is one other one, but there's entirely a chance that we won't see it because Legacy of Solaris.
Where am I?
Which I'm not even sure if she does. I know that there was that thing in the DS game, Sonic Rush, I think it was called.
Blaze!
It's like they did technically meet, but I don't know if like they're the same
I guess we all got separated.
timeline or anything like that.
This is so unbelievable.
Actually, yeah, it's not, because like that blaze was from another dimension, and this one is just the same dimension but in the future.
Now I must fight for the future.
That's a very weird looking running animation. Like, that's not the one from in-game, which is weird, because that's usually just what they do in the cutscenes.
Iblis Trigger. Where is he? First I need to gather information.
Where do you start with Silver? I forget. Right, I know where. Okay. So... Oh, there's also this guy, just to confirm my suspicions. Any loss? What? If you're trying to get to the jungle. That is right, that's where I'm going, but...
When in doubt, consult your map and radar. They should tell you exactly where you need to go next.
Do they? I don't have a radar, but, thanks. Wait, what the heck was that? I just passed by, like, a weird glitch. Maybe it's because there were supposed to be platforms, because, like, you're supposed to raise platforms up, but, you know, we could just float across the entire thing, because Legacy of Solaris. But yeah, here's Tropical Jungle. Again, probably one of my favorite levels to do, except for Sonic's version of it. As of now. It's like, we never did get to see it with Rouge, which is kind of upsetting, because that's like the only good Rouge mission in the entire... Actually, no, there was that one part that we just skipped entirely. But yeah, there was also a mission with Rouge. I'll probably do all their missions individually later on, except for Blazes, because... Okay, except for we won't be doing Blazes because... I don't know, the game just gets dumb with her. Yeah, this is like the greatest level to do with Silver and Rouge, because they're the ones, along with Knuckles, who also, I believe, also comes here, but for a different reason. But yeah, they're the ones that can best use their abilities in this place. And Legacy of Solaris just makes that even more true, because of the fact that Silver is significantly faster, and I believe it also fixes like Rouge's flying and, well, no, not her flying. It fixes. Oh jeez, the water just glitched out there for a second. I don't know what happened. It did it again, but I just yeah. So it fixes her climbing. That's what it does. Yeah, it makes Silver glide across things a lot faster. So now we can just skip the entire level, but like it gives you options on how you want to do it, and that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like they were trying to do with this game. They're trying to make it so that like levels can be traversed with multiple characters. So that means that they wanted you to have options in how you completed it.
It seems I'll need to defeat them first.
You'll need to defeat them first? Well, I got just the thing to do that. But yeah, so like you could do what I'm doing, you can just basically skip the entire thing. You also have the option of like actually playing through it normally and sticking to the ground level. Like it's definitely the most like open stage. It's the one that gives you the most options, and it's just I feel like it's what they were going for in this game. Okay. Unfortunately, because like you could just skip the entire thing, it's also technically the shortest. As you can see, I beat it in just over 2.5 minutes. I didn't get an S rank though,
That was easy.
because I didn't do it fast enough. Like I took a lot of time just admiring things, and I don't know, I just kind of distracted myself a little bit, I guess. I also could have been picking up more rings and just getting points from other things if I really wanted the S rank. I think now it's supposed to be a Blaze mission, but that's not going to happen because Legacy of Solaris.
I finally found him. The Iblis Trigger.
First time I saw this cutscene, I thought that he was supposed to actually say that, but they forgot to make his mouth move.
Got you, Sonic.
Hey!
It's about time I finally caught you again.
Oh yeah, Amy's in this game. I know
You're not Sonic.
I know we already saw her, but like,
I'm
you know.
sorry.
Huh? Hey, where'd he go? He must have run off.
I'm sorry. Did you miss someone because of me?
It's okay. I'm sure the guy I'm looking for is still on the island. I'm sure I can still find him.
Well, then I'll help you.
What?
2 heads are better than 1 when looking for someone.
Hey, just wait a second.
What's your name?
Why are you turning down help?
Silver.
That's a nice name. I'm Amy Rose. It's nice to meet you.
Ah! Hey, wait!
I mean, I guess, yeah, it does backfire in the end, but at the moment, why are you turning down free help?